in, hold it, and let it out. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Rose Red, the same one that we did yesterday. Girls, don't forget to come in. You guys didn't come in, or something like that. I don't remember. So let's go ahead and just start from the twin boys. And where's Molly?
How are you feeling? No?
Good? No? Okay, you can just hum it again. Okay. You got it. No, it sounded good yesterday.
You've got it,
yeah.
You've got it.
You've got it. I'm ready.
Rose, rose, rose,
yeah, it's slower. So it's, what is it?
Rose, rose,
yep.
rose, red.
Yep.
Will I ever see thee wed? I will marry at thy will, sire, at thy will.
Awesome. Family.
Just remember, family, keep singing, that what you're doing is comforting your mother. She's having an attack of nerves, and this is a lullaby. And then, once the next group comes in, then it starts twisting. And then and it becomes a little bit more sinister as this is happening.
Still I will be married. Nobody's home, no meat, nor drink, nor money have I none. Still I will be married. Hey ho, nobody home.
Immersive theater basically means that it's theater that you are immersed inside. The traditional relationship of the audience to the stage, there's a distance between you. Actors talk about the fourth wall that they put up between themselves and the audience. In immersive theater, that fourth wall disappears and the theater can be anywhere around you. Theater like this, it goes back to basic ideas of storytelling, but also new ways of creating interaction and involving the audience in the experience.
I think especially today, people have this need to feel like they're a part of something. And when you take a show like this that actually forces people to step into the world, to step in with us and play with us, there becomes this whole different experience to where it's almost like a video game. Like if you like sitting around on your couch and everything, that's fine, but what gets you up? And so that is not only what physical theater does, that's also what like immersive theater does, and especially a story like this, a haunted house with all these interesting ghosts that not only take you on private journeys, but you get the chance to form your own story. That's something that you'll never see and that a movie can't do for you.
You are surrounded by theater. You have theater happening above you, below you, in the next room, right in front of you. And that experience is something that one doesn't usually have in the theater.
It's very personalized. They get to see what they want to see. The cast really collaborated together to make this production and create these characters and these moments.
I play Sir Simon de Canterville, and Sir Simon is the main ghost that is haunting everyone, and he uses not only his skills to create other Simons, but then he uses them to really figure out his own gender identity and work his way through all this pain that he's been feeling this whole time. And so he's going through a lot of suffering because of his crimes that he's committed against his wife. Throughout this whole story, he gets this beautiful arc where he gets to be washed clean by the young maiden Virginia, and so through like their encounter together, he completes his cycle of haunting and actually gets to move on.
It took us about 8 months to find a spot where we can perform, and we knew that the venue is going to be really important as sort of a big first step to this production, because the venue will determine everything. Depending on what size it is and what shape and what's in it, is it empty, is there running water in it and electricity? I mean, what are the things we have to think of? it's going to shape everything. So what was really unique about this home is that the owner, Melissa Grimes, actually lives here. But just to look at the timeline, we moved in here to the house probably 6 weeks ago. And we've been here almost every night rehearsing around 6 to 11 p.m. And so she had to work around that. And Melissa just kept smiling and said, this sounds amazing, let's do it.
In devised theater, you are creating it from an idea, from a hunch, and a bunch of collaborative artists come together, the designers, the actors, a producer, any technical people, and together they devise the show from scratch, one piece at a time, one moment at a time, and find new and creative ways to tell the story that it is they're trying to illustrate.
I think for our students, it's exciting because we're making them move and dance rather than saying a lot of dialogue. And really challenging students to utilize their bodies to tell a really important story. I think that's been the biggest challenge, but I think the students have really raised the bar and met that and explored, you know, different sides of themselves and really challenged themselves to do something different. It certainly is a new and interesting show that has never been seen here, and I think that that's really important for Lubbock audiences to see. I think it's also a challenging show for our department to do, and we've never done any sort of devised work that's site-specific in someone's home, so I think we've been taking on a lot of new challenges and really exploring some heavy material.
Okay, so there you go.
Good?
Good. Good to go.
I'll see you when we get to the house.
Alright.
Tonight we have our first run with an audience, like an official audience. Yeah! We're gonna have 30 people in the house tonight. Tomorrow it's gonna go up to 40, and then Sunday it'll be 50. So slow growth, but it's still gonna suck. A lot of people in the house, a lot of sweating. Make sure you wear your deodorant. That is mandatory.
Today, more than ever, art and the appreciation of the beauty is needed to counteract the sordid materialism of our age.
Hello.
Many years have passed, and many other families have come in and out of Canterville, also with many other mysterious deaths.
I first read this story when I was in grade school. I ordered a book from the Scholastic Book Club that was called Red Skelton's Favorite Ghost Stories, and this story was included in that book, and it was my first exposure to the writing of Oscar Wilde, and I fell in love with it. I thought it was charming and funny and sarcastic and mysterious and beautiful.
And you avoid, and you avoid, and you avoid, and you avoid, and you avoid. And why do I get ignored? This feeling of otherness, smotherness, motherless, fatherless, brotherless, envious pessimist who thinks that the world owes him nothing and everything, and he is just as jealous. Once again, raise your hands if you've ever felt like an outcast.
I've been in love with the story forever, and then I found out that there were movies made of it, and I would track them down and watch them, and I never really felt like any of the movies really captured the spirit of the story.
The little child gives away its tears, then shall all the house be still, and peace comes to Canterville.
Okay.
Anyone know what it means?
It has haunted me, no pun intended, all this time. And when I was introduced to devised theater and what it could mean, I started thinking about this story as perhaps I could use devised techniques, immersive theater techniques, site-specific theater techniques, and use them all in the service of this story. Because basically, what we've created is a combination of theater and haunted house.
Virginia!
This way!
In theater, all it takes is two people having a one-on-one contact, that you can move someone in a way that is very profound and can also be incredibly entertaining.
You can't get enough of a success! You're a juvenile success because your face is a mess!
It makes us human to be able to interact one-on-one with each other. So I think live theater is the thing that keeps us going. It keeps us honest.
Each one is unique and different, and also informs not only that character's story, but will also give you a unique perspective into the lives of everyone who's involved in the show.
If you look at any theater, really, it's going to need an amazing team. There's going to be such a special bond that's being built. You're going to find sort of a second family.
Canterville would not be what it is without the help of those collaborators that I have, using their level of expertise with the rest of our company in order to create the result we want.
Okay, maybe.
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 Maybe, maybe, maybe.
Maybe.